been a very long time. And also staying safe at the moment. And yeah, I did the last race for the not for like of the Olympic Virtual Series Motorsport event. Sheesh. Of course it's like, oh man, that's a big rip. Oh sheesh, I didn't mean to say it like that. So yeah. But anyway, I think we should try to, what is it? To move over to the races, so that I can also show you all of the races from my point of view. So it should be at least an hour stream, potentially. So yeah. So I guess let's get started. İyi akşamlar Nadine. İyi misin? Personally, I don't know why. Well, actually, there was a YouTube stream for it. Like, I think the official Olympic account was live streaming it, or like broadcasting the whole event. But for some reason, they have taken down the live stream afterwards, because I still wanted to check the other competitions as well. Oh yeah. I don't think I need to go through the grid start here, because I think the majority of you were watching the broadcast on the other day. So yeah. Yo, amazing Noah, what's up? I'm doing just fine. Thank you, mate. It's been a little bit busy recently from my side, due to the internship and with the studies, and in a bit I will also be having the examinations, which is not really yeah, fun overall, if I can say that. But yeah, nevertheless, should still be like okay, I hope, because the last examination I will be having will be on the 23rd of July, and the first one will even take place on the upcoming week. So let's see how that one will go out. And also during that time I still need to try it, and I need to submit it by the 20, nah, not the 20, by the 16th of July. So it'll be a little bit intense the next couple of days, but I guess we have to try and survive it. Oh nice, the internet connection quality is currently not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. It's always great to hear, isn't it? So, right. Valerio, ciao! Yo, sup Hansa, ciao Karim. Yeah, bra momento. Exactly. But anyway, yeah, I know, nice internet. 360p, maybe in the future, once again. I don't know. Like for this time, I chose the quality to be at 720p low, because I was hoping for my connection to just be okay for it, I guess. Because yeah, I just wanted to showcase you not showcase, like to show you the replays of the races from my point of view. But yeah, I guess even that isn't really possible anymore. Oh, sup mate, sup Andre, sup. Oh, thank you. So yeah, what can I say about the race 1 strategy as a whole? As you can see, we drove at, what is it, Tokyo Expressway East Outer Loop. It's been like I think 4 years and I still don't know the layout of this track. I'm sorry. But yeah, as you can see here, we all were driving with the 86, and yeah, as it's like a Group 4 car, the dirty air is not really that big of a problem, if I can say that. And then you also have that long straight line, which makes it a little bit hard to try and get away. So yeah, not really a race I was looking for actually, because even if you were starting from pole, you would get overtaken by the guys behind of you, or maybe by like at least one driver. Like one driver would be able to overtake you at least, depending on your start as well, of course. Ja, habe ich mal überlegt, Hansa. Yes, just remembering some crow layouts. Even though I like this track for time trial only, but if we're talking about racing here, nah, not really. Yes, Edward, yeah, it's like the biggest, no, not the biggest, the longest long ever. Yeah, lag. What happens here? Trying to showcase you the racing from my point of view, of course. Oh wait. Yeah, I think I was having a pretty good start actually, because if you see it from here. Yeah. Well, like, I was having a good start compared to Baptiste. But yeah, even there, I think the gap I was having to Baptiste behind of me was like around 5/10 or 6/10. And you're about to see that that is not really enough to stay ahead of Baptiste here for turn 1. Yeah, smooth operator. Yo, hello to the Grid Racing team. Enjoy the stream. As for Ego, I will say something to him later on, because it was really unfortunate with his technical issues. Well, I can say it now, it's like a little bit unfortunate. Not a little bit, it is really unfortunate that he wasn't able to compete in race 1 and race 3 due to the technical issues he was having on that day. But I'm sure he will bounce back on the FIA series later on, because he has been back on his form again, which is great to see. But yeah, but as for the race itself, because what was it? I think we were driving with the race hard tires only. Fuel was at ×2. Tire was at ×6, I believe. So basically, because of that, like you didn't need to save your tires as a whole, and the same has been applied for the fuel saving. Like you didn't need to save fuel as well. The only thing you needed to care about was to yeah, try to stay away from any difficulties, from any troubles, if I can say that, and then also try to be on the right place, on the right time, every single time at this track. So yeah, this is also what I mean here, like, Baptiste took the lead after turn 1. But yeah, look at the train. It's such a long train actually. Yeah. And yeah, I'm about to overtake him here. And then as for Miyazono, yeah, he's still having our slipstream here. And then Ego also being right behind of him, Valerie also being there. And yeah, look at this. It's been basically like this for every single lap. Yeah, long train, exactly. Yeah, I think I was giving Baptiste a lot of space here, but I didn't want to try to fight for positions as well, because I just tried to, because I tried not to lose a lot of time, if I can say that. Because at first we needed to try and work together, and on the last couple of laps, that's for all of us, I mean, we had to try and battle for the places, for the positions, in order to score very well after the first round. And yeah, I mean, as a whole, I can't say that much about this race. It's like flat out for the entire race. Yeah, slipstream helps a lot. Not gonna lie. Yeah, nothing I can say that much about really. I mean, I think Tom and Jimmy, they were commentating the race beautifully. So yeah, the only problem I was always having here was that I was on second place, because of course I would have the slipstream of Baptiste being in front of me. Like, I also try not to have a slipstream at the beginning, because I knew that if I would use the slipstream now, then I would also overtake him way too early, and then therefore getting overtaken by all the other guys behind of me. Like, look at the train. So yeah, at some point I had to overtake him, and then yeah, and then that's when Miyasono got past us, and then Ego's also right up there. And I think that's also the moment where we broke the slipstream to the group behind of us. Whoa, okay, he was driving nicely here, I guess. So yeah, it's always like 3 wide, and then yeah, so this run here, Miyasono took the lead. And then yeah, still like trying to stay as clean as possible. And then yeah, basically from there onwards, like, we had to try and run away from the group behind of us, because the less people out there fighting against each other by using the slipstream, the better for us. So yeah, that's why we had to try and get away from the group behind of us as soon as possible. But of course, if you're always like betting against each other, that's not really possible. And yeah. So wait a second. Yo, sup podium? Was geht, Joni? Yo, sup Consta? Sup. What was that with Ego Fraga? You mean for race 2 and 3? Turbo Hulk? Yo, sup Key? Sup. Send a dolphin. Dolphin intensifies. Woo! So yeah, we are basically at lap 3 now. And I think this is the lap, or like when we start with the next lap, I mean. I think starting on the laps, blah, I can't even speak at the moment, I'm sorry. Starting with the next lap, this is where Baptiste is going to try and pull away from us, I believe. And this is also the moment where I got really, really frustrated, if I'm honest. Because later on, I think after Baptiste managing to pull a gap between me, Ego, and Miyasono, as we were always battling against each other. And the reason why I was getting a little bit frustrated during the race was that nobody wanted to try and work together in order to catch Baptiste. Because it was more like fighting for P2 instead of working together and then battling for the win in the end. Because here, as you can see, he was having a really good exit there. And then here I was already thinking about, should I lift off or not? Like, you can see here, when I was doing that, Ego was doing that as well, but because of that, we were going side by side for the next corner, and that's how Baptiste got like the overrun on us. And then he managed to get a good gap between himself and Igor. And I think Igor also did some mistakes on the upcoming corners, or Baptiste was just driving really well on the next couple of sections. Because I think at this moment here he managed to break the gap. Yeah, like he touched the wall, and that was basically game over for us. Yeah, and this is also the reason why, like, we were going side by side again. Well, not really side by side, but and here I was just hoping for us working together in order to catch Baptiste again, but yeah, it's been basically like that for every single lap. And then because of that, we also had the group behind of us. Yeah, being back to us again. I mean, like we, because of us battling against each other for a bit. So yeah. But wait a minute. Das ist eine gute Frage, Martin. Aber auf den sozialen Netzwerken kannst du sehen, wie zum Beispiel von Twitter, also von Gran Turismo, deren Homepage. Ja. Yo, Buzz, what's up? Yo, thank you, mate. Yeah, I know, Consta, I know, but it was more like, okay, let's try not to go side by side through every single corner, you know, because it was more like, okay, we can try to overtake each other on a straight line, but let's try not to go side by side through the corner, you know, because there we would just lose so much time. And that's the reason why Baptiste got away. Like, I wish I could bump drift Miyasono here, but yeah, not allowed. After like at this point, I was just thinking about, okay, let's try to finish at P2 somehow to get some damage limitation in the end. Well, I mean, I got the extra point after starting from pole, which was nice. But yeah, like at this point I was just thinking about staying at P2. And I think here, Miyasono just got the slipstream, but I think he had a really bad exit because of that. And that's how we lost the slipstream to Baptiste once again. I was so frustrated. But it's all good. Yo, Ari, what's up? Yeah, it was a really crazy race, not gonna lie. I mean, look at the train behind of us. Look at the train. I mean, it's like Mika train all over the place again. But it's also a little bit funny because if we exclude like Baptiste here, we have like us, the 3 champions, and then also the Olympic winner here. So basically the 4 champions being here. Baptiste, get out! So yeah, so starting with the penultimate lap, yeah, if you're at P2, that's never good actually. Usually you're getting overtaken from all the sides. So yeah, but because of that, I tried to use the slipstream again of Ego here, and then yeah, what shall I say here? Yeah, I managed to outbrake myself, unfortunately. I think here, before we break into the first corner, we were also having the slipstream of Baptiste ever so slightly. Yeah, once again, like if you go side by side, and if you also outbrake yourself a little bit, then you lose the slipstream again. So yeah, it's not really that great. Yeah, Tabo. As for Igor, his internet provider was having some difficulties on that day, unfortunately, on his region, and there was nothing Igor was able to do from this point onwards. Like what we were also doing back then was also like trying to restart the race, but even after restarting the race, the issues were still there from Igor's side. So that's why he had to yeah, stop his race basically. And then from here you can see that we also managed to pull a gap to Igor and to the group behind of us. So I was kind of hoping for breaking the slipstream. Well, yeah, unfortunately that wasn't really the case, because at this point here the gap I was having to Igor was like around 0.69 seconds. And here I was kind of like hoping for Baptiste to slow down and give me slipstream. Well, yeah, unfortunately that wasn't possible. So what I was trying to do here was, yeah, to break the slipstream, because when we start the final lap, I was at P2, basically the position I wanted to be in at this point onwards. But yeah, you can see like all the cars being behind of me, and then there's nothing I was able to do there, like Ego overtaking me, then Valerio doing the same, then there's Miyasono coming too, and then we also have Falsette from the behind. So yeah, I got overtaken by 4 cars, I think, after this point here. Wait, why did I lose the control of my car? Okay, that's a little bit weird. Wait, what did I do? Ah, okay, I thought that Miyasono wasn't there maybe. Okay, then Falsette was having the inside. Yeah, and that's how I lost 3 positions in 1 corner, I think. So yeah. But well, I don't know. I think that's because the luck I always have when I'm driving. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, get down, Patis. You can find it on the Gran Turismo website, I believe, Jeffrey, if you still wanna watch the races. If you only wanna have a look on the results, then I think you have to check the social media account of Gran Turismo. Yeah, basically, Valerio. Like, he couldn't see anybody on the track. And yeah, here, like, I was trying to have a outrun, but yeah, and then with that it was more like, boom, getting yeeted. And then yeah, it's basically a race which I kind of expected to be. I mean, it was really unfortunate because I started from pole position, and in the end, yeah, I finished the race at P6. Afterwards, it was P5. Because Falsette getting a penalty here in the end, but yeah, that's basically race 1. Like, basically flat out, no fuel save. And that's basically it. Like, Batis drove flawlessly here, and he also deserved to win. But it was also a great battle against all the other guys. It's just unfortunate that we weren't quite able to work together in order to catch Batis. Well, yeah, that's how it is sometimes. And I guess let's move over to race 2 then, shall we? Yeah, Turbo, exactly. Yeah, Tomsov, it's like Vanga Midnight all over again. Yeah, exactly, Valerio. Sup, Senny? Yeah, I got a nice little bump by Nick. I think that saved me even, like, to stay at P5 in the end. Oh yeah. So I don't think I also need to go through the grid here for race 2. You can see, like, I think some of you guys are also watching the stream, or maybe you can also see the grid here by yourself. As for Igor, like, if some of you may not know what he was doing at this race, because of him having internet connection issues here, he was pulling to the side and I'm stopping the race from there on. But yeah. Moin Miroslav, what's up? No, you won't find it on the Olympic channel, Jeffrey. I was trying to check it out today, but for some reason they didn't have it there. Or like they removed it, if I can say that. Ah, rip Dakota. Yeah, if you have Type 3, that's really great. As in terms of the driver's point of view, Martin, I completely agree with you. But I think as a spectator it was maybe amazing to watch because nobody knew what was going to happen during the race. So obviously, like for the spectator's point of view, it was maybe amazing to watch. But yeah, as for the drivers, But like, as for me being the driver here, I didn't. Let's talk about this race here. Gia Yaris at Sardinia B, I believe. Fuel consumption was at ×2 once again, and the tire well multiplier was at ×12, ×6? I don't know, or maybe ×9. Wow, I completely forgot the settings about it. But, what is it? You didn't need to save fuel for this race, so it's basically the same as for race 1. However, you needed to save the front tires of this car by a lot, as this car is like a 4-wheel drive car, and we were also using the racing tires. And additionally, like on race 1, even if you start from pole position, and this goes to everybody, I think, even if you started on pole position, you were not able to pull away from the guys behind of you because of the slipstream. Like, the overtaking was a lot harder compared to the first race we did there. But even so, even if you're like in front of everybody here, what is it? Trying to pull away was almost impossible unless the guy behind of you did a big mistake, or the guy behind of you was battling with somebody else and maybe like going side by side, and then you therefore trying to pull away and then also breaking the slipstream in the end. As for the strategy here itself, we had to use the medium tires as well as the hard tire compound. And as for the amount of laps you were supposed to do, I mean like in order not to lose a lot of time, I think you were able to do 6 up to 7 laps of the mediums, but realistically I think it was better to do 6 laps on the medium tires and then 7 laps on the hard tire compound, because as I said before, like, overtaking was really hard at this track. So in order to avoid getting overtaken by anybody else trying to do an undercut on you, maybe you had to try and pit at lap 6 maybe. But actually at this point, like from this point here, I just didn't know at which lap I should pit in, because what I tried to do was trying to hold my position, even though all the guys behind of me could save their tires a little bit thanks to the slipstream. I mean, I'm also getting overtaking afterwards, so that's also what I tried to do a little bit. And as you can also see here with the front tires, the tire was also already starting to wear with this car. But yeah, in terms of the driver's point of view, it was actually a nice combination, because it was actually enjoyable to drive this car at this track. It's just that unfortunately you were not really able to pull away, and that's like the only complaint I maybe have in the end, but I guess it's like a driver complaint, right? So, comment section again. I think we are able to I think we are allowed to keep the Olympic pass, Miroslav. Yeah, thanks, Baptiste. But yeah, I will show you my point of view afterwards on the Dragon Trail race, 'cause that's a little bit ridiculous. Please no, Hansa, please no. But do you know at which day or maybe month they would arrive at your place to improve the connection, Dakota? Because it would be nice if you can also improve your NAT type. How many times when between races you guys did do them only so many? Wait. How many times when between races you guys did? We did all the races in one day. All the races. I think we had a 20-minute or 30-minute breaks in the between, because we were also trying to be done with everything as soon as possible. But yeah, like to interrupt it here, as you can see, like Baptiste overtook me here, so I was also trying to let him pass so that we wouldn't lose a lot of time to the guys behind of us. And yeah, I think the top four, like Baptiste, me, Miyazono, and Puvaros, we were all using the medium tire compound. And then starting from Valerio and Nick, they were using the hard tires instead. And look at the gap we already built compared to them. We're already like in a good lead ahead of them, so it's already good that we were also trying to pull away from them in order to defend our positions towards the end of the race. Oh yeah. Thank you, Shadow, and it's all good. Because after watching the broadcast, I felt like I had to show you the races from my point of view, especially for Sardinia, not for Sardinia, for Dragon Trail Seaside. So yeah. So you did a Ferrari. Now actually, if I was in your position, Valerio, probably I would have chosen the same strategy as well. Like starting with the hard tire compound. Yeah, because there was nothing I was able to do here. Like, if I was starting from your point of view, not point of view, from your position, I mean. English.x is not working anymore. Yeah. But yeah, we're at lap 5, and as you can also see, the tire was also pretty high, and the lap times are also starting to decrease ever so slightly for now. But I think from this lap onwards, this is where the lap times will start to really what is it? Be decreased by a lot, if I can say that, due to the front tires. So yeah, like the pit window was basically open. Like you could try to pit at the end of this lap here. If you were starting with the hard tires, obviously. But if you were pitting at the end of this lap, you had to try and save your medium tires for the rest of the race in order to avoid destroying your tires towards the end of the race. So like as you can see here, Nick was already like going into the pits, and then there was like me and Baptiste battling against each other, like bonjour baguette. Yeah, I'm careful, mate. I'm careful. Yes, English accent not working. So yeah, what is it? I think this is also like the lap where yeah, about to go into the pits. Into the pits we must go. And yeah, like me, Baptiste, Miyason, and Patrick, we're all so close together. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. Yes, we were not battling. It's like, but I mean, it looked like battling. You know, it looks like battling for the entertainment. You know. Yo, sup gaming? Sup. So yeah, as you can see here, tire wear pretty high. And I think this is also the lab where we are, yeah, entering the pit. For this event, we were not allowed to cross the white line. The white line before we enter the pits, as well as the white line we exit from the pits. Yeah, it looked like battling, yeah. So yeah, as you guys can see here, some of the other guys like Consta, Brooks, Um, they were using the hard tires first, and then going to the mediums afterwards, I believe. Wait, let me check on the tires. Ah, yeah. Yeah, they were choosing the mediums afterwards. And that's something here which I didn't understand about Valerio, because he was still continuing with another lap on the hard tires. If I was him, I would have, yeah, like, gone into the pits at the end of lap 6. Because I think if he had done that, he could have been so close to all of us towards the end of the race, and maybe we could have seen a 5 battle for the win. And maybe also going 5 wide on the last corner, I don't know. So yeah, I think from this point onwards it was like still trying to save your front tires a little bit, but as we were using the hard tires it was still like okay if we were pushing with these tires ever so slightly. Because we knew that Nick, for example, was doing an undercut on us at the end of lap 5 already, but he was still like not near to us by any means. Like, look at him, and he already has tire wear on his front tires, so he still has like lots like a lot of ground to catch on us. So yeah, I know that the hard tires are pretty good, but it's still like, because if you start on hard tire compound and then throughout the race your car also getting a little bit lighter because of the fuel burning on every single lap, you would maybe expect to, being able to run the softer tire compound for one lap longer instead, you know. So yeah, master blend activated, exactly. But yeah, basically from here onwards we were just keeping it close, keeping it together, and then it was actually nice. The four, the not the four, like the group we managed to build from the very start of the race already, because it's like Batis, me, Miyasono, and Fuwaros all being so closely together. And then yeah, but I guess from here onwards nothing happens except for the upcoming lap, I guess, because maybe it was this lap here, but I'm not quite sure actually. Maybe I go with the super white line. Yeah, this is the level. I took the super white line. The reason why I did that was I didn't want to battle Batis here, so I try not to use the slipstream, and then also taking the extra line. Unfortunately, I touched him ever so slightly here, and I think this is also the lap where, yeah, like towards the end of the lap, I mean, I tried to overtake him. Here I also tried to defend against Miyasono, who was trying to make a move in the end. Yeah, what can I say, pretty much? It's just that at the end of this lap here, I think I tried to go for a move on Baptiste, but I think I outbraked myself in the end, and that was not really good. And then, therefore, I also lost the position to Miyasono, I think. But I'm not quite sure if it's like the upcoming lap or not, because as you can see here, the group has started to get closer and closer to each other. So yeah. Nice Dakota. It's actually nice. I wish they could also implement the rules for the online championship as well. But I think it's a little bit hard because with the lag and so on. It may look like for the other guys that you were basically crossing the line, but from your point of view it didn't, so yeah, exactly, Baptiste. Yeah, it is such a good track, especially for Group 3. And then here, I outbroke myself just a little bit. And then this is also the time where, yeah, Miyasono did let's say, I forgot the word of it, but let's say he overtook me here. And then from my point of view, he pushed me a little bit, ever so slightly, but it could probably be because of lag. I don't know. Um, I mean, of course, he didn't want to push me on purpose, but when I was driving, I felt a contact and I got slightly pushed. But I think, as I said, like he didn't do it on purpose, but I guess it was because of the lag. But yeah, instead of P2, we are at P3 at the moment. So nothing we can pretty much do at this point onwards. I had to hope for Miyazono going for a move on Baptiste. So that maybe I can try to do the same thing what Miyazono did to me before. Yeah, but I guess it was because of the connection, Baptiste. I was also thinking about it, Ari, but as I said it before as well, overtaking is really hard to do at this track. It's really hard. So that's why I tried to go with the mediums first. And then if I have to defend my position at the end, then yeah, I guess I would just try to defend my position in the end. So that's why I went with the mediums first. Because hard tires are not really that bad with this car. Because as I said it before, like you need to try to save your front tires with the medium tire compound. So obviously you will not try to push as much as you would normally do for maybe no, for like such as for your qualifying lap or for your time trial lap. But during the race it's a little bit different. Because of the hard tire compound you were able to push a little bit more. So the gap between those two tires were not really that big. Exactly, Valerio. I mean, he's not dangerous. It's just that the connection, I think. Because there will also be another opportunity, I think, where I tried to go for a move on Miyazono, and it was basically the same thing. But I guess it was just the connection, I guess. And here Baptiste tried to do a defending move, I guess. Nice job, Baptiste. Ai, richtig Melvin. And then here I was really hoping for being so much closer to Miyazono. Because then maybe I could have overtaken him there. But yeah. I wasn't so red. Well yeah, we basically started with the penultimate lap. But this is also doing an amazing job by defending his position here. Because as I said it in the beginning as well, even if you start from pole position or if you are like the leading guy, no matter how strong your pace is, you cannot pull away from the cars behind of you because of the slipstream. So it was really hard to do it, but he was also trying to defend his position sometimes. And he did it successfully, but there he did a mistake, so obviously all of us got closer to each other. And then yeah, long operator. Yeah, exactly, Ari. I think it was located on well, actually I don't know. Seriously, I don't know about it. Never New York Mikael. Ja, schon da ihm. Oh wait, Benson. Submate. Like here for example, you know, like I tried to go sub my side, but then another contact. But I guess that was also because of lag. And here I tried to go around the outside again by braking a little bit later. And then once again, like, just let me turn, mate. Maybe, Valerio, maybe. But I'm not quite sure. Nah, don't say it like that, Dakota. My favorite cookie bus. Like, do you know the bits on top of it? Those are like my favorite cookies. No, it's all good, Evo Chief. Oh wait, I didn't look at this incident here. Not incident, but like opportunity. Because I'm still reading the comment section. Exactly, Ari, exactly. Yeah, I agreed, Valerio. Like for the World Finals last year, we were using the North American ones. And it was actually pretty good last year. But yeah, as for this case here, as you can see, but this was doing a little mistake. Miyazono was going around the outside and I was seeing the opportunity to go to the inside. But yeah, unfortunately didn't really have the best exit. And then there was Patrick all of a sudden coming into the lead. And then with me here, around the outside, on the left hand corner, and then it was basically here, like what am I supposed to do here? Ah, it was so sad. I was so sad. Like, what am I supposed to do here, man? It's a left-hand corner again. I'm from all four cars, including my car here, on the outside. Like, great job, Mikhail. Great job. Oh yeah, there was nothing I can do here. I still tried to go around the outside, but maybe I should have braked a bit earlier to go for the inside. But it's like what if scenario. So, but these wins again, ahead of Patrick, Miyazono, and then there's me. So yeah, that's basically race 1, and race 2. I mean, I'm sorry. Once again, a little bit unfortunate with the luck. But yeah, but this was driving really well. And as for the last lap, I think anybody could have won the race in the end. Yes, that's exactly. Ah, no, we were using the first TGT wheel, Eric. Yeah, so out of luck. Yeah, like I didn't expect to see what is it, Patrick all of a sudden being there because he started the final lap at P4 and at some point he was at P1 even. Like yo. Yeah, well actually yeah, it's true. It's basically race 1. So now we are here on Dragon Trail Seaside on the grand final. Obviously after the second race. Realistically, if I wanted to win the Olympics, I had to get pole position as well as winning the race, and Baptiste had to finish at P3. But yeah, unfortunately I didn't get pole position because I completely failed the last sector. Like for the chicane of death, okay, for the chicane of death. And there's also something you have to know about the qualifying we did for the Olympics. Unlike on the online FIA championships we have at the moment, they turned off the tire wear of all the free races, like for the qualifying I mean. So basically everyone was allowed and able to go flat out even on the out lap, which was actually amazing to see. So because of that, and also us using the soft tires with the Supra, if you nailed your driving line, you were able to go flat out for the chicane of death. But as it's like a one-shot attempt, you maybe try to lift a little bit in order to make it through there safely. But what I was doing there, man, I took the line so wrongly, and then I had to lift by a lot, and then therefore compromise a lot of exit speed in the end. And that's how I lost like almost 2/10 to Valeria in the end. Because not gonna lie, the sector time I had after sector 2 was pretty good, even for one shot. And then I was getting so nervous, like, mate, you're on a good lap. And then obviously when you enter the chicane of death, yeah, I completely failed the last sector and then finished at P2 at the end of the qualifying lap. But not gonna lie, not gonna lie, like, nevertheless, Valery still did an amazing job on the qualifying. I think he told me that he went flat out for the chicane of death, which is what he was supposed to do. in order to gain like the most amount of time there. So yeah, fair enough. And wait, before I continue, yeah, don't worry about the PS4 key. It's like the first gen. I think we are about to fly to Dragonfly Seaside at the Chicane of Death airport. So maybe I can see some of you guys over there at the end of the Chicane of Death. So hopefully we will see each other over there. That was a crazy last lap touch. Yeah, that's tricky. And I still don't have a PS5 yet. Alaikum salam, Ian. Oh, thank you, mate. You're about to see that later, Hulk. You're about to see it later. Yeah, that's true, Evo. Yep, podium. Chicken. So, wait. Sub cards fan. Sub. So, wait. Before I start with the race here, let's go through the tire choice selection of the individual drivers here. So, of course, Valerio went with the soft tires. If I was starting from pole, I would have done the same. I, on the other hand, went with the medium tires. And mind you, this is the first time for me ever that, like, when I also include the practice sessions I did before, that I went with the mediums first, then went with the hard tires afterwards to just finish the race with the soft tires. Because of me doing that, I didn't know the exact braking points with the medium and with the hard tires, which was a little bit the big mistake I did there. But yeah, that's like my own fault because I didn't prepare myself quite well for the final race then. But yeah, nevertheless, it's like me with the mediums. Bottas also went with the mediums. Then we have Mioson on the hards. Medium for Nick. Oh, okay. Yeah, true. Andrew Brooks also went with the soft tires. Costa medium. Lloyd medium. Patrick on hard. Falsetto hard. Medium for Ayman. Hard. Yeah. So yeah. And as for the race itself here, fuel consumption was at ×2 once again. So even for us driving 18 laps around the circuit, we didn't need to save fuel here. But as for the tire wear, I think it was at ×9 or ×6. I don't know exactly. But anyway, the tire wear was that high that we had to try save our soft tires for this race. Like for the mediums it was actually okay, and for the hard tires you were able to push even ever so slightly. But yeah, as for the soft tires, you had to save the tires in the end. So yeah, here we went actually pretty wide. Wow. And then, not gonna lie here, because I went after this corner here, and then immediately saw that Baptiste was dropping down the leaderboards. And then from there onwards, I was like, oh sheesh. Like obviously I felt sorry for Baptiste, because he didn't deserve it at all. But from my point of view, if I still wanted to win this competition in the end, I had to try and go for the win. And this was like, hey, okay mate, go for it, opportunity. Of course I knew that Valerio was also pretty much up there and also already pulling away with the soft tires. But yeah, the only disadvantage with this strategy I went so far was that all the other guys who were like on softer tire compounds behind of you, they were obviously like much faster than you and also trying to go for some moves on you. So yeah, that's why I was getting a little bit involved with some battles here, unfortunately. But yeah, I think you will see that on the lap slot. And here already like losing the braking point once again. Because the tornado is quite windy, I guess. Yeah, Jeffrey. Maybe on the next time. Hehe. Oh, thanks, Cardsman. Cardsman, I mean. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you, Valerio. Times 9. Narnia 4. Yeah, Narnia. Nah. Oh, okay. Then I will check it later, Valerio. But yeah, as you can see here, Miyazono already overtook Nick here, which is a little bit unfortunate from my point of view, because he was still like behind of Nick. This could have helped me a lot, because then he would also compromise the exit speed for the soft runners behind of what is it? Behind of Nick. But as you guys, what is he here? Like I got a push from Miyazono. And no, I didn't brake too late, or I didn't went too deep into the corner. I had to try and brake a little bit there because of the medium tires, but yeah, I got a little bit pushed. So of course, I lost some time there once again. But yeah, and then we were there for the chicane of death. Everything went good. And then Miyazono was having a better exit speed there, so I let him by. But then Deathstone was also trying to go for the move, and then he pushed me wide a little bit. And no, I didn't go extremely wide once again, mate. Jimmy, wah. Or maybe Tom, if you're watching it. Ay. Like seriously, I got pushed twice on that lap. Ah. But maybe it could also be because of lag. I don't know, because I haven't watched it from their point of view. So, but yeah, after Devson trying to go for the move here, and also doing a bit of a mistake here, I got the overspeed on him and reclaimed P3. And then here I was hoping to use Miyazono's slipstream for a bit, so that I can gain a little bit of speed for sector 2, like for the exit speed there, I mean. And then yeah, but unfortunately he was a little bit too fast, and I had a little bit of understeering as well. But I think I still had like the slipstream a bit, and then, but I think I was about to lose it on the next corner. Yeah. So wait. Ja, danke Daniel. Yeah, maybe podium, maybe. Nah, it wasn't GG, man. I lost some time on some corners, but but it's still fine, I guess. And I think here Miyazono also did a mistake, but I think this was the point where Miyazono managed to break the slipstream, unfortunately, because I was just missing a little bit. And then there, Andrew got the penalty, I think, for pushing Baptiste wide. And I think he also decided not to overtake me, which is like fair enough, and also thank you for that. But yeah, and basically from this point onwards I was just trying to go for my own race, because I already knew that I lost a little bit too much time already because of all of that. Of course afterwards you're always like, maybe I should have went with this strategy instead, or maybe I should have acted differently there on the track. But yeah, this is what I decided on that day, so I still had to try and make the best out of it. Obviously it was not as bad as what Baptiste experienced on the final race, but in my point of view it wasn't really going all well. But still, it's still like okay, the pace, because I still didn't know what's like a good pace for the medium tires at the beginning of the stint. Because what I only practiced so far was like soft, medium, hard. Only that. Basically the strategy what Valerio was doing on that day. But yeah, and they're slightly missing the apex as well. But I think it was like okay. And yeah, it's basically like that. It's just what is it? A little bit boring. Of course, I was a little bit focused there, but yeah, it's all good. Maybe the only thing I can maybe say about Valerio doing wrongly in the end, if I'm not mistaken, he was doing a little bit too much laps on the hard tire compounds there, because I think for his soft tire, it was like he was supposed to do around 6 up to 7 laps, which he did, I think. So that was basically good. But I think he didn't do as many laps on the mediums as he was supposed to do. Because I think after I went into the pits to go for the soft tire compound, I guess he had to react by going into the pits as well and using the hard tires in the end. So that's why I was still like hoping for the win in the end, because in my opinion he was driving the hard tire compound a little bit too much. Because I was also surprised by it, like, wait, you want to do like 6 laps with the hard tires? Isn't that a little bit too much? Or maybe 7, I don't know. I think it was like 6 laps, if I'm not mistaken. However, as I still needed to save the soft tires, unfortunately I wasn't quite able to catch up to Valerio. Yeah, like, the thing with the soft tires was that like, if you wanted to start with the soft tires, you were only allowed to do 6 laps with these tires in order, not to lose a lot of time afterwards. You were like driving behind of somebody else for so long that you were also saving your tires for a bit. Then you were maybe allowed to go for another lap, like for the 7th lap. However, if you were like starting with a different tire compound at the beginning of the race, such as with the mediums or with the hard tires instead, and maybe you wanted to finish the race on the soft tires, then I think you were only allowed to do 7 laps with these tires only. If you were only trying to push every single lap. But in my case, as I still tried to do an undercut to all of the other guys in front of me, and also try to try out something new in the end, I tried to go with the soft tires in the end, and also doing 8 laps instead. And that was actually not really ideal, because as I said before, the tire wear of the soft tires was extremely high for this race. So unfortunately, even though you all were like, I have the soft tires and Valerio has like the hard tires, it should be like an easy win for me then instead. Unfortunately, it wasn't as easy as it looked like, because I had to set the tires by a lot. And I think the brake balance I was even using for this car here was like -2 or -3. So yeah, it was a little bit extreme, if I can say that. Because normally you would use a brake balance settings which is normally like either neutral or more towards the right hand side, like more on the positive side, if I can say that, because it's a FR car, and normally you don't want to destroy your front tires. But yeah, as for here, I was like using the hard tires instead in order to get rid of them as soon as possible. And I think the pace I was having here with the hard tires was also not bad, except for the one corner before we end sector 1 there, where I was always like missing the apex every single time, and then therefore also losing some couple of tenths of a second there. But I think it was like okay. And then yeah, like Valerio doing his first pit stop at the end of lap 6, which was good. And then Miyazono continuing with another lap, which I think was a mistake he was doing there. Because I think before me and Valerio went into the pits, especially for me, I mean. The gap I was having to Miyazon in front of me was like around 2.5 seconds, up to 3 seconds. And only on the outlap I did here with the hard tires, I gained like a second to him. So yeah, and with the hard tire compounds, you are allowed to push every single lap because it's the hard tire compounds we are talking about. So yeah, but of course, like Valerio using the mediums, same as for Miyazono. So yeah, I still try to go with my own pace here. Yeah, exactly, Valerio. Was geht, Dominik? Oh wait, really, Valerio? Yeah, exactly. Like I was so surprised by the tire wear of the rear tire. So I was like, wait, then I have to put the brake balance settings a little bit more to the front, which is a little bit weird. But even after doing so, it was actually feeling quite good for me at least. So yeah. Boy, what's up? Oh yeah, as you can see here, this is also something which the broadcast didn't show. Unfortunately, Miyazono was one of the other victims, crashing into the chicane of death. But as for me here, while I was there at this position, potentially I could have gone to the right hand side, but I was still hoping for Miyazono maybe getting out of the driving line, or because of this car being unghosted, as you can see here, that maybe I can maybe drive through him. But of course, when I'm here, he has to unghost himself. Of course. And look at the speed I'm about to drop here. I'm about to lose, like look. Yeah, thank you. This was so frustrating. I mean, luckily I didn't get any damage here. Maya was really frustrating when I saw that. I was like, mate, it's like the third time I lost so much time. Oh, this is really bad. Yeah, the Mazda does it too, like with the RX, I believe. Yeah, that's true, Hanzo. I mean, personally, I should have expected it, because it's like my luck sometimes. Or maybe it's just me we are talking about. But yeah, I guess he was also thinking that maybe I should have gone to the right hand side to avoid him. So that's why I think he tried to stay on his driving line, which I can also understand. It's just from my point of view, I was a little bit frustrated and yeah, sad about it. Yeah, maybe 6 up to 7 seconds. I would maybe say 5 seconds. Maybe 5 seconds. Not 5 seconds. Maybe 3. Maybe 3. Yeah, exactly. Like it could have been worse, but like getting some damage in the end. So yeah. It's like should have. We can only say that after the race, obviously, but I mean it happened already, and as I said it before, I guess he was expecting me to go to the right hand side in order to avoid him. But I mean it happened, so I still try to go for it and give it my best as possible. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's been frustrating because I think I lost like a second to Valeria because of that alone. Well, yeah, I still tried to go for it because I was still like trying to stay as positive as I could, as I would have to use the soft tires and Valeria the hard tire compound towards the end of the race. I'm not gonna lie, I was also hoping for Valerio maybe doing a mistake. Sorry, Valerio. In order to catch back to him. Um, catch up back to him, I mean. But yeah. And I think this is also the lap where I will enter the pits in order to do my final pit stop. Lap 3 and 4. Wait, I think we can do it now because we're still there. Wait. Oh, wait, it's... Whoa! Okay, maybe that's the one you were talking about. Yo, mate, you almost lost it there. Yo! Wait. Okay, you lost like 6/10. Or maybe 5/10. 5/10 maybe. 5/10. Ay. But yeah, congrats on keeping that car under control. Because some of the other guys would have lost it there if they were in your position. So I think I will stay at lap 10 like this, yeah. So what is it? I think if he made a mistake, he should be okay. Yeah, Hulk, but this is what happened, so there's nothing I can change about it anymore. Oh wait, I continue with another lap then. Ah lol. Okay, yeah, because I was thinking about entering the pits. Maybe I should have done that. Because 8 laps off could have been possible, maybe. Why didn't I do that? Rip. Oh no, mate, can we restart the race, please? I want to try it out. I would like to try this out. Yeah, Drifto. Lap 15. Okay, I will check it there later on. Yo, what's up, Khalid? Nah, I'm on the first generation of PS4, mate. And there again, it's like another battle, losing a little bit of time as well. Like, bye-bye. Yeah, let's restart the race. Let's restart the whole Olympics then. Come on, let's do it. Ay. Nah, yeah, once again, being involved in battle once again. Yeah, and this is like the final pit stop I was doing here in the end. So it's like 7 laps instead. Okay, that's interesting because I thought I was doing 8 laps instead, but apparently not. Ay. Yeah, maybe we should try to do it. Let's restart GT Sport. Maybe, man, maybe. True, and then, what is it? Patrick also did the undercut on us. So that's why he also managed to overtake us here in the end. But I think on the next lap, I should be able to reclaim the position back from him. I'm not quite sure, Dakota. I'm not quite sure. But actually, we can check it out later on. Yeah, exactly, Hans. All kind of forced to stay at home. And then, yeah, due to the pandemic, I believe. I mean, maybe by having the first generation of the PS5 is nice to have. Okay, I wasn't at this lap then. Did I have the slipstream here? I don't think so. And even there I was having a little bit of understeering. Oh, not understeering, I was just too slow there. Oops. Ah! Au revoir, Baptiste! Au revoir! Nah, all good, Dakota, all good. I'm just not aware that Miyazono was maybe... what is it? Having another crash there. Because the only crash I know from him was... yeah, him crashing in a chicane of death while I drove into him. But here's also something which I'm really thankful to Patrick, because he went out of the driving line to let me pass. So this was also great to see, because of that I didn't lose any time there. So therefore I was also able to push forward. So, well, yeah, unfortunately I wasn't able to push as much as I wanted to because of the tire wear. Like maybe you guys can see it on the stream. But here I already have like the slightest amount of tire wear. Wow, touching the wall, nice. Losing a little bit of time once again. Aye, aye, aye. Yeah, exactly, Hans, exactly. You wanna fly? Okay then just buy the first generation of the PS4. Then you can finally experience what it's like to fly again after such a long time. So yeah, and then from this point onwards it was all about between myself and Valerio. Yeah, like I really wish I was able to push a bit, but I really had to be careful with the tire wear sometimes. It's just unfortunate that sometimes, well, not really sometimes, but like when the Olympics did the broadcast, that they didn't really show what was really going on the track. Especially when they were like showing those two incidents, where I got pushed by Miyazono and Brooks. That for them, they were like, he just went too deep into the corner, or he was running a little bit too wide instead. No, bro, I got pushed. Or maybe it was because of lag, because I don't know how it was like from their point of view, but from my point of view it was like, yay, getting pushed, nice. Yeah, how person intensifies, exactly. Like I'm the cop and you're like the racer, mate. I already, what is it? I already closed the road in front of you, so that maybe I could try to close the gap down to you even more. All units in person of a GS Super, exactly. Interesting, boss. Oh, bonjour, Thomas. What's up? What's up? Ay, ay, ay. So yeah, like here, the pace is actually not bad. It's just that I was losing a little bit too much time at the beginning of the race to recover all of it. Because in the end, when I lose the race by like 800ths of a second, and then when I see all of the incidents I had in the beginning of the race, yeah, of course you're getting a little bit frustrated here. But basically meant that this whole event wasn't supposed to be mine. With that I mean like me deserving to win it in the end. But nevertheless I'm still happy like to finish on the podium overall. Because after looking at all of this, I was really losing my motivation. I mean, after the first race, I was so frustrated and mad about everything in the end. And then as for the second race, I was trying to build up my motivation again, but then there I was also like losing my motivation almost once again. And then as for the third race, I was like, okay, you can still try to give it your best, and maybe you can try to finish on the what is it? To still finish at P1, because especially after what is it? Baptiste has been also unlucky on the first lap. Yeah, I was kind of like hoping for me using that opportunity in the end, but I guess it wasn't supposed to be mine. Ah, wait, lap 15, chicane. Ah, this one here. Ah, that's the reason why I gain lots of time to you. Yo, okay, that explains it then. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, yeah, agreed, I agree. I mean, most of the time they were like showing the most important battles throughout the race, and you also can't blame it that they were also trying to show the battles of some of the other cars as well. Because so much was going on, so much, and I'm not only talking about this race here alone. I'm also talking about race 1 and race 2. But yeah, and as for here, obviously when I saw Valerio being right in front of me, I was like hoping to get into his slipstream so that he can basically pull me along even more, if I can say that. Unfortunately, I think I wasn't at this lap. It was on the next lap, I think, like when we start the final lap. I only missed to enter his slipstream by 0.1 or 0.2. No, not 0.1 or 0.2. By 0.01 or 0.02 hundredths of a second. So, not hundreds. Yeah, 1 or 2 hundredths of a second. Wow, what am I talking about? Aye, aye, aye. Yeah, I already showed it. How if you didn't see it, then I can try to show it again. Yeah, exactly, Ariel. But you have my respect, Valerio, to use the gloves, because if they give us the opportunity to choose, not to choose, like if we if you wanna wear the gloves or not, then I would definitely not try to wear them because I don't like them. I mean, it's not bad, but it just feels uncomfortable for me at least. And then yeah. Ay, ay, ay, ay. And then here, after this exit here, what I said, I was really hoping to get into his slipstream, but yeah, I didn't. I just missed it ever so slightly. And I was like, oh no, I needed to be in slipstream there, especially when we were about to start the final lap. Yeah, but I think after, like at the end of this exit here, I think, yeah, I got into slipstream, luckily. I think it was a little bit too late as well, but aye. Ah, noted, Valerio, noted. How come, Valerio? How come? my ass. You guys can already also see it here. My tires, they were done. I mean, look at the tire wear, man. I mean, look at Valerius and my tire wear. It's like completely done. And here I think I went a little bit too deep. And he also got a pretty good exit there. And not gonna lie, after the chicane of death, I was thinking about going for an overtake on the inside, but I knew how Valerius defending his position sometimes, so I tried to go around the outside instead. Like here, I was really thinking about going to the inside, but if I did that, maybe I would have pushed Valerio as well, and then yeah, and here a little bit too wide, and also going onto the grass. Not ideal if you want to try to overtake the guy in front of you, and then yeah, that's how we finished the race. I just needed one more lap, just one more lap. Well yeah, once again, congrats bro, congrats Valerio. IGTL intensifies once again. Hehe. Oh man, just needed one more lap. Yeah. Well, that's basically it. And I also wanted to showcase you, not showcase, like to show you my point of view, the races. Yeah, you shall not pass. Yeah, white is Supra. Yeah, but seriously, I was really thinking about going down the inside. But if I did that, maybe you would have also went to the right hand side afterwards, and then I would have pushed you wide. I don't know how the stewards would have decided the incident there if we had done it like that. What if? And that's basically it. Hey, nice rhyme. Oh, thank you Richie, thank you Dakota. And that's basically it with the races. Race 1, race 2, race 3, and then I was finishing at P2 in the end. Unfortunately not the result I wanted to have. Especially when we were doing the races on my birthday here. I was kinda like hoping for giving myself a birthday present here in the end. But I mean, finishing at P2 on the podium is still like a pretty good result. Thanks Shadow. Yeah, Baz. Thanks Valeria, but nah, I'm not. I mean, I was actually quite surprised that I was up on the pace, even for the race pace, I mean, after not driving for such a long time again. Because look at here. Okay, this was the time where we did, no, even 1 month before that, like here, around that. We did the World Finals, I believe. And then here it's like a long break. And then here I was doing some own personal driving, I guess. It's not to the season related. As for here, I think this was like during the exhibition season. And then I think around here I stopped playing till this day here, where it was all about the Olympic time trial event. And then yeah, after that it's basically that with the final races for the Olympics, and then from there onwards I'm basically here again. So I mean, GT is a game where you can you used to it back again quite easily because of how easy the physics are. But I was still a little bit surprised because I was thinking about me lacking with the pace and also being a little bit behind of the field. And what I was also thinking about was like after doing these races, I don't know, I really had the lust to compete on the FIA championship season again. Because yeah, I just missed the racing against all of you guys. But the main problem is, number one, my driver rating. Look at the driver rating I have here. It's mainly because of I was like, what is it? not really trolling. No, it's not trolling. Like, I tried to have fun on the daily races by starting from the back of the fields, but because of me doing so, I always lost DR. That's the first problem, because I just don't know how to improve on my driver rating till the beginning of the second season, because the second season is starting pretty soon as well. And yeah, it's also like with me having my examinations later on. Like my DR at the moment is at 68.9k DR, so it's nowhere near top split. And the second problem I have is, before season 1 started, you know, with the season 1 of the official Manufacturers Cup season, my original goal was, if I was ever going to participate here for the FIA Championship, then with my Turkish account instead. Because for last year, I was allowed and able to use my Turkish account instead for the Manufacturers Cup. So I was thinking about, okay, if that's possible, like for last year I mean, then potentially I'm also allowed and able to compete with my Turkish account again for this year. However, it's not possible anymore, because as for last year, I was allowed to enter the residence of my grandparents who are living in Turkey. But as for this year, it's not possible anymore, because unfortunately Germany doesn't allow you to have double citizenship. Because for me personally, I would have loved to have two citizenships, which is like the German and the Turkish one. But yeah, unfortunately it's not possible. And yeah, and my residence, like we used to have a residence in Turkey, but we sold it, so yeah, that's why I'm kind of stuck with my German account. But once again, from where I stopped basically, or where I drifted away, because of me thinking that I was maybe able to use my Turkish account again, and to still being able to have a look on the time trial leaderboard here, I went with my Lightning account, you know, because I felt like I wouldn't use this account anymore for the season. And in order to have a look on the time trial leaderboard here, you have to choose a manufacturer, right? So what I did was, I went to the Manufacturers Cup, like to the Manufacturers Car choice, and then I chose for Subaru. You may be thinking like, huh? Why is it bad? The reason why it's bad is because before we even started with season 1, usually I was thinking about me not being able to participate there anyway, or in general. So basically a free, like a spot from the EMEA region for Subaru was available, right? So Thomas, like our AG Spider, he was asking me if he can choose Subaru instead, you know? And I was like, yeah, go for it. Because potentially I won't be able to participate again for this year. Or like, probably. So he went for Subaru. But as I'm stuck with my German account here, if I can say that, and also stuck with Subaru, I can't participate in the Manufacturers Cup because I want to respect his decision here in the end. That I don't want to fight against Thomas for the Manufacturers Cup, because he was asking me before that. So yeah, because of that, I mean obviously I could still participate there, but it would be like a not a fair move, if I can say that. So yeah, I will not be doing it, so that's why I have to skip manufacturers instead. And as for the Supra Cup, or not the Supra, like the Toyota GT Cup, apparently you need how many races? Your best 3 rounds will be tailed. So the next round is round 5, okay. I haven't done a single race yet, as you can see here. But as we check on the calendar, only 2 rounds are left. So I still, like, if I was doing this race and this race here, I would still need to do like one more race, I think. Or is the final race going to be, what is it, oh wait, where's the new Toyota? Like the one at Bathurst? Okay, wait, if that's there, then maybe I can do it. Wow. None of free races according here, like... wait. Oh wait, it's 4 then. Okay, oh no. Then I would still need a race. Okay, then I have to skip this championship as well. And then we have the Nations Cup. And then there, once again, it's like, I can do it. In theory. But my driver rating is pretty low. And the problem is, I will have my examinations coming up shortly. And the last one will be on the 23rd of July. And the thing is, as I'm basically doing my internship for this semester, my internship will be ending on the 14th of September officially. So I just don't see a way how to improve on my driver rating till that time, as the second season of the Nations Cup I think will start around the beginning of July. So yeah, I don't know, it's because of that, you know. That's why it's a little bit frustrating. Like, I was really in the mood to race back again, but I'm a little bit tired in the end. So that's why maybe I will skip the whole championship season as a whole, and maybe doing some daily races or some of the races just for fun. I don't know. It's basically useless to do the Toyota championship. It's useless to do Manufacturers Cup because of me not wanting to compete against Thomas. And then there's only Nations left, but I just don't know how to compete there with my driver rating at the moment, so yeah. Oh wait, let me read the comments because I was talking for a while. Da, da, da, da, da. No, it's all good, guys, for me showing you the races. No, it's all good, Valerio. I mean, it's racing, motorsport, or maybe sim racing. Of course, we can all argue about, hey, if this hadn't happened, or if I would have, like, if I had been in that situation, then the outcome would have been differently. Not differently, different. We can all say that. Of course, for me, it would still stay, or like, be in my mind, because it was really unlucky for the first 2 races and me not having the luck needed on the final race as well, with the dive bombs, me getting pushed away, and then with Nielsen on the chicane of death. But nevertheless, still like racing, you know, so it's all good. We restarted the race, Richie. We restarted the race. Like here on the Manufacturers Cup, there was basically a spot around here just for us competitors. And if you enter here, there were also like slots available, you know, for us to do the races. And I think there were like 2 or 3 slots. Was always trying to enter the first slot, but Igor was having his connection issues right after the first race has been finished. So we were still like trying to enter the first slot, but what is it? After him having the connection issues, we left the lobby and entered the next one. But as we still had to be within our time schedule, we couldn't restarted everything just for him, or maybe delay the whole competition thanks to him. So that's why we had to continue. Ah, rip us. Nah, it's all good, Shadow. It's just, for my case, I'm a little bit unfortunate because of where I don't want to say because of where I live. It's just the rules being like that here, you know. I just wish it was possible to have like double citizenship in Germany. Because I don't know how's that a problem. I mean, in some other countries you're allowed to have double citizenship, but not here, so it's a little bit unfortunate. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think the 7th race will come later on once they announce the Toyota GR86, I think. So that's why the 7th race will come later on, I think. Ah, yeah, and the other problem is with the Manufacturers Cup here. After Season 1, we cannot change our manufacturers. So we are stuck till the end of the season. Yeah, thanks, Font. I mean, I'm trying to get back, but at the moment I'm kind of trying to focus on my studies as well, because I'm more like towards the end of my degree. Because after this semester, in theory, I only need 2 more semesters, like a year, to be done with it, like with my bachelor degree, hopefully. And I wanna try to do that. And yeah, hopefully I can also try to achieve that. Moin! Haku, was geht? What's up, Cristiano? All good, Richie, all good. Well, yeah, that's basically it. Because I don't know what else I can show to you guys anymore. How's the leaderboard looking like here? Oh. Okay. R8, RSO1, NSX, Ferrari. Oh wait, why is nobody using the Lamborghini here? Is Lamborghini not the fastest car at this track? And what about here? Okay, Atenza, nice. I saw that Yuki from Japan was doing a, what is it, 35.9 or 8 with the Evo. So maybe that's the limit of this car? I don't know. And then maybe with the M4, GG. Oh, how's the leaderboard looking like here actually? Falsette, Valerio, Baptiste, Giorgio. Oh, Afelio. Okay, Miro. Ooh, Aymado. Ooh, Carlos. Ooh. Oh, Miura. Ooh. Oh wait, how many people from each country can even enter the Super Cup? Because I don't think all these 4 French people can enter together. I think only Baptiste and Afelio can enter there, right? It's like with the FIA Championship, isn't it? Unless it's really like the top 10. Because that would be great. And I'm not quite sure. Yeah, tense the moment. Nah, like I don't know the history of it, Maxime. But tell me, why is nobody using the Huracan here? Because I thought the Huracan was the fastest car for this track. Okay, wait, oh, she, I forgot to read it. Bye, Valerio! Thank you for joining. And once again, congrats on winning the Olympics. And see you! Yeah, grazie Valerio for everything too, mate. Hehe. Ah, thank you, boss. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Personally, I wish I was having a little bit more time. Because not gonna lie, I really would like to do the FIA Championships again after competing on the Olympics. But yeah, of course, like you have to compromise something here these days. Um, and as I kinda achieve my goals as well, like by winning the Nations Manufacturers and Super Cup. I tried to go for the title for the Olympics, but unfortunately it didn't, yeah, go well in the end. But still, I think as long as I finish with my studies first, then hopefully I can try to see what I'll be doing next. Because I want to have something in my back, you know. And I'm just about to finish with it, so that's why I don't want to lose the focus of it. But hopefully I can be back later on. At least after my examinations, hopefully, because then I would only have to do my internship, hopefully. And then, in theory, maybe I would have a little bit more free time afterwards. Because it's only about going to work, like going to my internship, and then driving back home, and then I guess relaxing instead of studying. But yeah, I guess that's it, guys. Because not gonna lie, if I was able to choose my manufacturer, like with my Turkish account, I would have probably chosen Mitsubishi. Probably. Because those two cars are quite similar to the Subaru, and I really love the Subaru in this game. And if I also look at the global manufacturers ranking here, I mean, look, for Mitsubishi at least, look at the points. Like, they only needed an EMEA driver. Let's say the EMEA driver had like around the same points as this guy here, okay? Let's say around 70 points more. Okay, if you add 70 points more here, you have like 232.333 points. And that would put you... Oh shit, at P13. Oops. Okay, wait. Okay, instead of 70, let's make like 75, okay? If we have 75 points, then we would have like 235.333 points, and that would put us at P12. So yeah, that's why I was thinking about, okay, we can maybe try to go for Mitsubishi. Because there's a good driver in Brazil and also a good driver in Japan, both ones being really good. It's just that the EMEA one, like, nobody has chosen for them. And out of these manufacturers who are like outside of the top 12, and let's say me not trying to compete against the other drivers on the top split because they have also chosen the manufacturer, like here Kelly's for BMW, Sparks for Ferrari. As for Ryan, apparently he wants to come back in season 2, because Lexus was also like one of my choices, I think, but because of him trying to come back in season 2, he should drive it. And then yeah, and then there's only Mitsubishi left. And it's also been such a long time since we saw Mitsubishi again. I don't know, I just love Japanese manufacturers. Obviously I wish I could drive for Subaru, or maybe for Nissan. And personally it's great to see both of these manufacturers being back again in the top 12. And then yeah, and then you have these manufacturers here too. Also, like with Dodge, it's also nice to see Dodge being back again. Also with Peugeot. But yeah, it's really interesting. BMW out, Lexus out, Ford out, Citroen. Like Citroen, why didn't anybody went for Citroen for this year? Citroen is such a good manufacturer, actually. And same for Renault. Quite surprised. Well, yeah, that's basically it this time, I mean. Well, wait, let me read the comments again. Ah, understood, Maxime, understood. Okay, that would explain it, why the R8 is then the fastest car here. All good, Maxime. I just felt like I had to show my point of view to all of you. To really show you what happens from my point of view on all the 3 races. It's not gonna lie, I was a little bit sad when I got told that, on the commentary I mean, that I was basically running too wide, braking too deep, where instead I got pushed wide instead, you know. But as I said, it's all good. I just wanted to show it to you. And yeah. Well, Clayton, I made, well, in theory maybe, but I just, because last year I was asking Polyphony about it and it was okay, but as for this year I think it has been changed slightly. I mean, look here, another Mitsubishi, maybe it was a sign. Oh wait, back to your topic. Yeah, it's just I want a rule I want to respect in the end, so that's why. All good, Richie. All good. I'm happy that I was able to show my POV to all of you. And yeah, maybe I will also be back in the future. Maybe not with some FIA races because of me doing it too late, I guess. But maybe with some league races or IJ. Maybe I can do it for fun. But first of all, I just have wanna try to focus on my studies first, and then yeah, let's see about it. Thanks, Ari. As I said, like, I'm happy to show it to all of you there. And yeah. No, it's all good, Shadow. All good. And thank you once again. Thank you, Ari. I hope there will be another opportunity for me to show these races once again. Like those kind of races, I mean. And the thing is, as for the World Series, I think. I was supposed to be the driver for Subaru there, but yeah, I had to decline it. Maybe they were also saying it on the broadcast or not, because I didn't check it quite well. Like, I really wanted to do it, but I think it was for the better that I didn't do the races, because Miyazono-san was also driving extremely well. Because he got a really good score on the World Series 1, and I also would like to see the results of World Series 2 later on. So yeah, let's see about it. Nah, it's all good, Rich, it's all good. Yeah, I had to decline it because of my studies and internship, mate. Like, I just didn't know how to drive it there, you know, because during that time I had to do like a presentation for my studies. Like, it's a subject for my studies, which is about my internship I do in this semester actually. And this presentation should last for around 20 minutes. My presentation was lasting around 22 minutes instead, which was like still okay in terms of the duration. And after that, I had to try and make a, how's it called in English, like Pecha Kucha presentation, which is about you talking for about 20 seconds per slide, and in total you're only allowed to have 20 slides, So it was also a little bit hard to think about, okay, how to design and create a picture presentation in the end. So yeah, that's what I had to do back then, and it was also like me trying to, like, there's also another subject we have for this semester which is called Technical English for Mechanical Engineering, and then there I also had to try and write an essay about a technical paper. Like, he told us that we are only like we have to write at least 500 words for it. I mean, it may sound this essay being short, like 500 words only, but I wrote around 800 words instead. And the technical paper I was writing about was about a, what is it, Formula 1 front wing, and also like trying to describe it a little bit into detail here in the end. I mean, it was fun, but the problem was I was spending like 7 hours on it. So I was like, okay, you have the weekend, Saturday, you can try to do your essay for it, and then after 7 hours, obviously your day is already like almost over, so yeah. Great. いやー、チャーハク、イーサルさん、こんばん。あー、こんばんは、世の中さん。すみません。はいはいはいはいはい。日本語はちょっとできます。でもね、オリンピックはとても良かったけど、なんかレースは良くなかったです。はい。はいはいはいはい。すみません。日本語をもっともっと勉強しています。でもね、オリンピックはとても良かったです。はい。はいはいはい。Well, it's something which I have to do, Ari. I'm not gonna lie. It's something which I have to do, so... Yo, Fernando, what's up? Hello from Brazil. Thank you, Conras. Unfortunately, you're coming a little bit too late because, yeah. I was showcasing everything already, but if you want, like, after the stream, because I wanted to end it soon, or like actually now, you can try to watch it again. So yeah, I think I'm also done with my point of view. So yeah, once again guys, I hope you were able to enjoy the stream, and I also hope that I was able to tell everything from my point of view during the Olympics. So yeah. Thank you, Fernando. Thank you, Ari. And also the same goes to you, all of you too. Take care, stay safe. That's really important these days. Because you never know what might happen later on. Hugs too, mate, hugs too. And yeah, like, to those of you who still wanna do the Manufacturers Cup later on, I will wish you the best of success on doing so. And yeah. Hey, bonjour, Illusion. You're coming a bit too late, mate. Because I wanted to end the stream now. Aye. But yeah, I like, after ending the stream, you can watch the stream again. So yeah, but once again, like, thank you for tuning in. I mean, it's been a long time since I was also streaming something. I mean, I'm not dead, I'm still here. It's just that I've been quite busy recently, so I apologize for it. But nevertheless, to all of you who still want to try to compete for the championship, I wish all of you the best of success and stay safe, and most importantly, have fun while doing so. And yeah. And thank you, Illusion. And that's also what I wanted to say. Have a great weekend to all of you guys. And hopefully I will see you guys on the next time. Cheers!